I am joined today by my co-host, Millie the Merciless, who has figured out how to make mud in her mouth, which is very impressive. What she does is she hides a whole bunch of filth from the yard in her mouth. Yeah, I'm publicly shaming you. And then goes and drinks out of the water bowl and then eats a ball of dog fur from out of my pile where I'm sweeping. And then looks at me and goes, "Blah." And it's horrible. It's horrifying. So how is your day? How are you doing? Hey Al, hey Sabea, hey Kelly, hey Gabby, hey Tiggy, hey Ann, hey C Kitty. How are all y'all? Hey Sabrina, Laura, oh my gosh, Erica, everybody's here. Stephanie. So yeah, but that being said, she's a good dog. I'm just like she's rambunctious. Hey Rachel, how are you doing today? 3 more hours of work. Cry. Oh no, Stephanie. You're so close to get to escaping, to being free. Free. Okay. We have a couple of different projects that we can choose from to work on today. We have project number 1. It's an unfinished pendant from last week that I made like 3 millimeters of progress on since last time I talked to you guys. But we had started this in the after party. Ooh, Elsa's taking the dive into polymer clay. What are you making? Well, out of polymer clay. Hey, Ruby. But we can wrap this bad boy and get that taken care of. Or I'm just going to keep it to the 2. Or we can go paint a box. I think we're going to do both. Let's go do the box real quick. Well, they didn't answer fast enough. Why are you laughing?
Because you didn't give them a chance.
Well, good news. We're doing both. Just because the box is going to take some time to dry, so we can kind of hop over there, make a little bit of a mess, and then come back over here, make a little bit more of a mess. But also, the dangle squirrels broke my mug that was already broken, that I was hoarding on the front porch. But now it's broken enough that I feel like I can make something out of it. So I think I'm going to make an incense burner. As Sabea says, I'd have voted for the box anyway. But because what had happened is the handle broke, which made me super sad. But the rest of it was still relatively intact. So you tend to use like cracked or broken mugs, like if they're like chipped or something, or the handle breaks off, as like pen cups. But I'm getting to where I have a lot of pen cups, and I really only need like 300 pens. So at a certain point, enough is enough. So this is probably going to be an upcoming project, much like how we pieced the teapot together. I thought it would, to make like a little fairy teapot, I think it'd be really cool to do like a fairy like incense burner or something. You're like, I don't know, we'll figure it out. So that if we're very productive, we might get to that today. But I wouldn't hold my breath. I gotta grab this too. Fortunately, all of my devices are charged up. My little Millie Billy baby butt's just dog. What are you gonna do, Billy? I know, I shouldn't have told everybody about how you're a little mud monster with your little poochy chin. With your little poochy snoot, with your little booger eyes. Give me them boogers, Millie. With your little filth beans. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. And what I am working on this week is we have my sister-in-law gave me, last time we dropped Maddie off, she gave me this amazing like Goodwill find. She finds the best stuff, like always. And sorry, I'm fiddling about with the tripod. Whoever comments, stop messing with your tripod, gets 10 points to Gryffindor. But it's going to hang. I already took off the little hangers. I had started to make a tutorial out of it and then realized that it's going to be like horribly boring, even though I'm having fun. So I was like, I know, I'll make people sit through it for a live stream. But instead of having my vanity upstairs be cluttered up with all the bottles and things that I use, there's 3 main bottles. There's my lotion, there's like my heat spray, and then hairspray. And I'm going to hang this on the wall where I have a little empty spot. But I thought it'd be really cool to do like a color, like, I don't know. I wanted to paint it. So here we are. So now I'm going to paint this side because that way it'll be in frame maybe. Let me fiddle that with the tripod just a little bit more. There we go. So I've painted this with a base of just matte black, like apple barrel acrylic paint. It's so hard being a pupper. Hey, Sarah, she's first time joining the chat, couple months watching videos, mostly wire wrapping learning. Right on. Hey, Pamela, how are you doing? Hey, Mew Mew. Aw, thank you, Margaret. I like this top too. It's like super, super comfy. Hey, J-Max. I'm listening while I'm working. Right on, now listen. I hope you all are having a good day at work. And thank you guys so much for coming and joining me here on our like kind of new time slot. It really, really helps me to sleep at night, to get to go to bed a little earlier. So I'm just using, it's not quite a 1-inch flat brush, it's a 3/4 inch flat, just a regular old plaid paintbrush. I'm going to be coming through. Oof, Alice's tank is 70 pounds now. Oh my goodness. So I'm using those Lumiere Jacquard paints that are like just my absolute favorite. And I'm pre-moistening. That's right, I said it. Moistening our wood here. I don't mean to hit the tripod. Just because I want the paint to flow around just a little better. There we go. And now we're going to start with the purple. And I just want to lay it down pretty heavily and pretty haphazardly. I'm actually going to stand just because it gives me a little bit more of a perspective of what it is that I'm doing. Splot, splot, splot. Now, if you're doing this on a project, I don't know if I'd recommend necessarily pre-moistening just one side of something that's like a thin, like 1/8 inch plywood. Now, these are like solid, like just basswood or something, maybe poplar. Definitely seems like a fine-grained softwood. But, so I don't have any trouble with it warping right now. And now we get to do my favorite color, and that is the blue gold halo. And this one, we're just going to get a big old glob. And I'm just going to stipple. Just doing some little sections. If you ever want to like mix it up, just paint with your other hand and see what happens. Ooh, I love it. So now I'm going to dip that in there, and then I'm just going to kind of touch with very, very wet paint into everything that we just did, and this is going to give us a really cool color separation. But I need to prop the back side up because my whole house leans in one direction. So there we go. And I've got a little like gooby spot right there. It's a little dense paint. And then I'm going to pull my gloves down so that they're just a little poofy, like poofy, poof, 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 puffy. And I'm just gonna burp, burp, burp. I know what you're thinking. Vaughn, why did you bother with the purple? Truly, I don't know. Because it doesn't show through very well. But here's a little polymer clay thing that I can kind of pop under the backside. Haha, there we go. So now I'm going to pull the glove off. Ooh, Tara says, got you up on the big screen. Okay, so this is just how it's going to sit like that for a minute. You know, it'd be really cool, you guys, if we did like, oh, if there were a way to make it look like how the bubbles are, if I could like put literal bubbles on it and have that settle down. But anyways, let's go back over and do some wire wrapping, and we'll check back in on this in about 30 minutes. Hopefully it'll have dried. Whoop. Yeah? I don't know if y'all could hear that epic level sigh come out of that little puppy. Oh, big, can't help it. Okay, so let's see. Pouncy pounce. Right, Penny? Hey, Penny Van. Ooh, it's from my sister-in-law. That's Maddie's mama, and she finds like the coolest stuff at Goodwill. And when we were dropping Maddie off last time, she was like, "Hey, do you want this?" And I was like, "Yes." So, and at first I didn't exactly know what I was gonna do with it. I just knew that I wanted it. So then, but now it's gonna be the hopefully, perfect shelf for storing my lotion and like hairspray and stuff, just to keep it up off of the table, because I'm trying to do like spring cleaning from 2018 still. I know what you're thinking, but Vaughn, it's fall of 2022. Don't judge me. And Randy's back there and said, all I hear is criticize, criticize, criticize. But it's a lot easier to dust if I don't have to move all of my crap first. Or at least that's the plan. So let's see. Ooh, also, who wants to work on some bookmarks today? I'm actually going to wait for you guys to answer that one before being like, haha, too bad. You know, bubble images on your painting, use blowing bubbles. Really? Doing cleaning from 1865. Oh, Penny. Yeah. Ooh, Al says he would be the best, other than you, to watch for wire wrapping stones. Oksana. I really do think the minimalist, sleek, sculptural design of her work is such a good foundation. Like, and all of her tutorials are very like straight to the point, very clear. Early Vaughn is spicy. Am I? Well, it's because I'm not ready to go to bed. Okay, so what are we doing here? But yeah, if y'all want to see, I took them upstairs actually. So if you guys want to see some bookmarks, just let me know what shapes you want us to do, and we'll get started. Oh no, my dust bunnies are geriatric. Oh, Penny Van. Oh, vintage filth, says Randy. She's awake. Okay. So I'm gonna do the last join together on our bail on this piece, because we started this one last week in our after party for our channel members and Happy Crafter Club members. Ooh, Amazing Amy says, are we going to try a pumpkin bookmark? Now we are. Ah, okay. Do you want me to do this or the bookmark though? Let's do a bookmark real quick. Hey, Patty. Okay, so we are going to be using. Am I? What? What'd you say?
You're not distractible today.
Am I? How distractible am I, Randy? Did somebody just drip water all through the house? What is this? Randy, what have you...
Before I can answer, you're on to something else.
Okay, anyways. All I hear are personal attacks. Scary cat bookmark. Okay. Can you do something with a lotus flower? Ooh, or a witch hat bookmark. Okay. We're going to start with a pumpkin. Oh, little Millie. Ooh, and I'm actually going to use one of our old laser cut bookmarks. So I have just snipped off, this is 14 inches of 16 gauge enameled copper wire. Oh, y'all, this is looking pretty. What did I come up with?
Tiny wonder.
I can't. What did I come over here for? Pumpkin. Okay. Oh, good grief. So, I'm going to do a thing. How do I make this into a bookmark? This is a very good question. I can see why you asked for this. A bookmark with a witch on a broom. Ooh, that'd be cool, Teresa. I'm going to see if I can accomplish a pumpkin first, though. So I'm thinking for the bookmarks to be pretty effective, it helps for it to have like a paper clip section where there's 2 wires very close to a squirrel bookmark. J-Max, I love that idea. But where there's 2 wires kind of like pinning together, so we kind of have to figure out which part. I think I want the stem to be what goes on. I don't know, let's start crafting and see what happens. So I'm going to want the shape of the stem to be very, not distinguished, but like prominent. So I'm just using my flat nose pliers and I'm bending a little bend in kind of that shape. Let me zoom in a bit for you guys. Ooh, a ghost. Where? I didn't see any ghosts. And then I'm going to come down a little ways. So I don't know why I'm feeling it, but I'm feeling the stem growing in that direction. So I'm going to come down. And that was rough about in the middle of our wire too. And so I'm going to bend up that way. And then I'm going to grab it right here, opposite of that first bend, and bend it up that way. And then just pressing and pushing my nail against the wire, I want to make like a bumpy lumpy pumpkin. This is not a bumpy lumpy, and I'm like the very same. I'm just going to do one bumpy lumpy. So no. Well, it makes it 2 on each side. So then doing that other little bend and then bending that around. Can you all hear this puppy snoring? Hey Teresa, how's it going? An excited bookmark. All bookmarks are excited bookmarks. Okay, that came out a little bit more square than what I wanted it to. I feel like you know those Renaissance painting memes where people are like, yeah, I've seen a cat before, and then they paint it and it's like horrifying. I feel like that's what I'm doing, but with a pumpkin. It's like, yeah, I can totally make it look like a pumpkin. Dear God, what does a pumpkin look like? Well, he can be a little lumpy and weird, but that's okay. Just keeps getting the face wrong, says Randy. Okay, so I'm going to do the spiral part. Ah, excellent. I'm pretty excited about the new time slot too, Teresa. So also, I'm just going to say, in the tutorial, I was having a preference for snipping it flat and then filing. I'm actually having a preference today for the pokey side. So this just goes to show it's all made up and the rules don't matter. Or the rules are made up and the points don't matter. Is that what they say? So we're just going to smooth that down flat. Okay, and now we're just going to make a spiral because that's my default mode. So there's the little spiral for the inside of our pumpkin. And so now I'm going to continue that curve around. Because see how he has like a little bumpy butt? That's what I'm trying to do. Do y'all hear this stuff?
Really? Wake up.
But yeah, I don't know if y'all could hear her just, yeah, jowls. Yeah. I love it though. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to be bringing this around. And this is where I'm going to start trying to meet the, match the previous layer. Right on, Piggy. Just remember when she wakes you up, revenge. Vengeance has been a vicious cycle between Millie and I.
Bites my hands, I bite her feet.
Yeah. I don't know if you could hear him, but Randy said she bites my hands, I bite her feet. So trying to get, let's bend that in. Okay, cool. Sometimes you have to overbend it quite a bit to get things to just sit how you want them to. And the nice thing about this is we could quite literally be making these out of scrap wire. It does not have to be super perfect in every way or even close to that. Anne says, let sleeping dogs lie. That's fair. So I feel like I've made this side a little too close together. Let's see if we can, I don't know if it's okay. Doing that bend. Oh, if I'd given us just a little bit more wire, we could have made like a little leaf. That'd have been cute. Okay, I'm going to be the first to say this does not really look like a pumpkin. But that's okay. It's art or something, right? Oh, and that didn't help at all. That just made it extra lumpy and weird. Oh. Oh no. I'm listening, babe.
I was gonna say, why don't you use your round man to make lumpies?
That's a good idea. This is terrible. Wait, perhaps we should have just made a little round pumpkin. Gorgeous. Oh, Sabea. I love that. Almost a cloud. It's a cloud with a butthole. Thank you, Yvette. I have missed you. A cloud with a handle, and I'm here for it. Y'all are so nice to me. I hope y'all are a fraction as kind to yourselves as what you are to me, because you are very, very kind. Okay. Well, no, let's see how it works before putting too much time into it. Well, not gonna lie. Does not look like a pumpkin. How could I make it look more pumpkin-y? I think I should do what I was going to do initially when I was clutching my tablet staring at it, and that is doing a rough design in Procreate first. That way I can kind of see. Beep, boop, boop. Speaking of pumpkins, look at this beautiful artwork. I think I showed you guys last week, but I'm going to show you again. That's the artwork that our niece Maddie did for us for October stickers for the booty boxes. Okay, so let's see. If we're going to do a pumpkin, you know, actually, I'm going to do it with the symmetry. That way we can just... It's a butt. Okay, what do pumpkins look like again? So I'm going to turn the drawing assist off real quick. What are we on? Yeah, monoline. That looks like a stem. There we go. I like that shape. We'll put that there. Turn back on the drawing assist. Okay, so from here we'll have like one little bump. Then we'll have like two little bump. No. So there's the front bump. There's another one. Is that a pumpkin? That looks at least slightly more pumpkin-ish, right? Oh, yeah. What do you think? I mean, that's slightly more pumpkin-y. Ah! Tara, thank you! Did I just double crafter myself? Maybe. I mean, basically orange butts now that you mention it. Ooh, how do you use your planner on your iPad? Do you just use a pic of the planner page? Kind of. That's what I was doing, but like, I don't know, I wasn't getting the ratio right or something, so I use an app called GoodNotes, and um I just it was like $4 on Etsy. I bought an undated planner that, like, let's see, that whenever you turn off, like up there when it's like that, you can just click yearly, like it, and weekly, daily, a habit tracker, meal planner, like all sorts of stuff. So um and then you can go in and you can like edit and stuff. So uh that's how I do that on there, and I really really like it because I have not had the time or brain space to finish sentences, I guess. What were we saying? Okay, so I'm going to move that. I'm still not entirely pleased with that pumpkin. Well, that's because it's not done yet. Calm down, Vaughn. Shoot. Okay, so we'd have... Is it still assisted? No. I'm going to make that be small. I'm going to come through here and I'm going to open that up. Because from here, this is where we can really start to... Nope. And that's the thing, is trying to get it to all be like connected. makes for some weird line art. So I think I'm just going to come in and do a big spiral, and then this wire here will come up and over and down. Haha! Is that slightly more pumpkinish? I mean, I should be embarrassed at that leaf because that is not like a squash plant leaf at all, but I'm not too stressed out about it. Do do do. Imagine you're slapping your forehead every time I send you guys an email. Nah. Personally trying to get used to this early stream, not used to waking up and having it going third shift is a rough sleep schedule. Oh no, what you know, get your sleep, man. Stephanie says stupid work. Ooh, so you bought a blank planner page like to print out? I'm sorry, I missed what you opened it in. Sorry. Oh, it's Good Notes is what I had opened it in. So like, how do I go back? Because this is what I had done, was that I had my compass rose, and that was just the images that I had designed for printing out, kind of smushed together into one page, and then I added in like an hourly thing. But I didn't have any way to be able to like jump between pages. Whereas here in the planner from where's like the front page? Yeah, it actually has like an index. So it had a yearly overview, the monthly. I don't use the weekly, honestly, but the daily's the one, especially with the hourly breakdown, that really came in handy. But having those hyperlinked pages really, really made a difference. And then I'm able to import and add my own pages either from my own stuff or I can copy pages from within it. So hopefully that's helpful to y'all. All right, y'all ready to try it? And would it just look like an apple if I didn't do the little bumpies? So I'm gonna try. Doing an alternate design. Okay. So I do kind of really like this little leaf being there. So we'll keep that. I liked the stem. I like the spiral. What if instead of the spiral in the middle, we come in and do... Nope. And then that'll be filed down. Don't move. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's see. I feel like an absolute spaz today and I don't know what's up. But yeah, we could just do that. So like, instead of coming down into a spiral, it comes in like that and then goes into a spiral. Because if we do it like this, then there'll be a pumpkin on both sides of the page. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. Ooh. Oh no, I've been in top chat this whole time. Okay, let me see. The Witch has been doing cross-stitch projects like crazy along with dream catchers. Right on. I have a few more trees to bead and a couple wraps to finish up. Nice, using the crossover weave from last week. Very cool. Pumpkin, flat kind of bottom with belly button hole. Ah, Witchenham says when I was doing bear and gnome wireframes, I had my drawings on index cards. It's a really good idea. It's a bumpy apple with a butthole. Oh my goodness.
You didn't have to call it out like that.
Well, I mean, hello, pumpkins. Hey, Michelle, how's it going? Well, while I stew on how to make this less terrible, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna finish this pendant. Hawk, I am using, it's an iPad Pro that Randy had gotten me for my artwork specifically, but I ended up using it as a planner and like a basically replaced my computer with it. I do just about everything on it. But I use the app Procreate, which I think was like $10, and it's a really nice app. I'm still learning how to use it, but bumpy apple butthole, bumpy apple butthole, bumpy apple. Hey, Inspired, how's it going? Okay, so I think, do I need to do one more repetition of this? Yeah, why not? Let's get that wire off to the side. I think Procreate only works on Apple products. You probably want to Google that just to make, like, for certain. Okay, so I've come through to the back. Uh-oh, the mailman's here. 1 and 2. And then there's 3. And 4. And 5. And then 6. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Well, I do. Little huffy Millie. Hawk says, and as far as your ugly pumpkin, even pumpkins need to be loved. That's true. I don't know, that's a pretty rough pumpkin. Going to a couple cold days outside vending this weekend, but hoping the motorcycle show and ride along with hay wagon rides and pumpkin picking draws in the car. I bet it will. I've found, honestly, now granted, I've never vended as far north as what you currently are, but I do find people are typically much more likely to get out into a craft show or an event that's outdoors when it's cold than they do when it's hot. Because, like, especially it's for me, it's a nice excuse to like put on my warm jacket and go out and enjoy being outside, before it gets really cold and gross. Hey, Samantha. She says, I noticed you pushed the wire down with your fingernail earlier. Do you have trouble with them breaking? I keep damaging mine, and I guess I'm being too rough. I'm very blessed to have quite sturdy fingernails. You can use bent nose pliers, and I think this is something I may have to turn to if my nails ever get thinner. But I'll come in with my bent nose pliers, and you can grab that wire and kind of twist and pull down in, but you'll need to be careful to make sure that you're not just cutting through your wire. Also, I've seen folks use acrylic nails as a tool to great effect. So now I'm bringing both of these wires through. And I'm going to wrap one around both of these. We're back. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let me see if this pulls it up. There we are. Oh, Tara. Hey, I don't know why it does that, but here we are. Yeah, there are a lot of wires here, but the biggest thing is you only need to focus on a couple at a time. That's I always recommend to folks if you're new to wire wrapping to start with like a 2-core. Well, if you're new to wire weaving, I recommend to folks to go ahead and get to where you're kind of comfortable with wire wrapping. Like, just the more you work with it, the more you can start to get an idea of how it's going to rebel against you and make your life difficult. And that's a good place to be before getting into wire weaving. 4 and 5. Okay. But I recommend for if you're getting into wire weaving to go ahead and start with a 2-beat or a 2-core wire weave. Could I design a feather? In my current state of mind, I don't think so. Like my brain is fried. And I don't even think I've done anything. I don't know. We have been reorganizing like the kitchen and all sorts of stuff. Oh, also. Ooh. Where'd it go? Samantha had said, my nails are strong, but still end up with a dent in the tip of the thumb. Maybe I should be more careful. That just happens. I find that if I keep it filed, the dent doesn't take off as quickly as if I just leave it. It's like it'll just keep nestling in the same exact spot, and it'll make that one little notch from the wire like kind of carve even deeper into the nail. Ooh, Tree Frog says, hey Tree Frog, did your first pumpkin this morning, but it's kind of ugly. Same. Now in the process of fusing orange streaky cabochons. Can't wait. First firing in new Paragon kiln. Oh, that is so exciting. I hope it comes out awesome for you. Yep, I've got nail problems as well. It's if there's a crafter, there's a way we can get through this. Okay, so now I need to figure out if this is far enough to do the bale. So I think, yeah, I think I'm just gonna, is that better, Millie? Are you more comfortable now? She's like, it ain't easy being wheezy. It must not be. Oh, that'll be cool, Tree Frog. Okay, so I'm just gonna do, where does this other wire keep getting involved? Okay, there we go. So there's 1 and 2. And then, yes, a feather bookmark. That is a really good idea, Hawk. No, that's 3. That's too many. Okay, there's 1, 2, and then 1, 2 around 3. And if it's getting all just lumpy and weird, just go ahead and give it a smush. This is on the back side. It'll be fine. Okay, and I'm going to split these two apart just a bit, and then we've got 1, 2 around 4, and then we've got 1 and 2 around all 5, and now we've got 1 and 2 around all 4 again. There's 1 and 2 around 3. And then 1 and 2. Okay. I feel absolutely useless today, but that's fine. It'll be all right. Oh, well, I'm glad, Danielle. Because it's like, man, I feel like I came in like hyper. And now I'm just like sloth mode, sleepy sloth mode. Also, it feels like someone chewed up my wire. I think a kitty has been through here. Okay. Now this is where I pick my battles. Because some of these stitches, like that one, brutalizes my nails, and I don't feel like getting a nail bent backwards right now. Yes. Nancy says, are you going to do a tutorial on that beautiful piece from the after party as you're working on now? I am. Yeah, it's we'll have this piece as a prototype as well as this one, just to show how it looks in different metal tones, and then different bail and backing options. Okay. So before I go too much farther, I am going to go ahead and do, we did the 1, so there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just in case I end up deciding to snip one of these wires, I want to make sure it's already nice and like where it needs to be. That way I don't have to do any coiling, I can just jump into it. Let me, there we go. Oh, well, thank you, Danielle. Oh yeah, Erica says, I'm looking forward to the tutorial on your ring. I hope y'all enjoy it. It's been a really comfortable ring. So I mean, I take that as a pretty good sign. Okay, I'm gonna set our spacer off to the side. I'm just gonna get these kind of spaced out just a bit. 1 and 2, around 2. And then 1 and 2, around 3. And then 1 and 2, around 4. So, Tara, you had sent me an email with some really beautiful bracelets in it, and you were talking about how you have a hang up about setting stones. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking it's like this is literally just you just make one bracelet for around the stone, like around the front. Wait, I lost the stone I was supposed to be setting. Where did it go? Hello, Rock, where are you? Uh-oh. Hey, Randy. I found it, never mind. Could I ask you to make coffee for me to drink?
Make coffee for you to drink?
It's gonna sound weird, but I think it's gonna calm me down.
Well, it'll be one of two things.
Yep. Okay, there we go. Oh, what's a hyperlink, Stashers? And then there's 1 and 2. And there's 1. Yep. And 2. There we go. Yeah, I got a few more garden beds planted this week. I have, let's see, I still have a garden bed that needs completely cleared out. I've been designing the greenhouse renovations that we're going to be doing. Most of it is, of the designing is actually just still in the research stage, for the greenhouse, which is an old, like, carport frame for, like, those tarp covered carports. The frame, my bonus dad had put it together, and it's been surviving fantastically. So I think we're going to use that as, like, the bones to put greenhouse fabric over. 3, 4, and 5. Hey, Patty, how's it going? Hyperlinks is a chainmail supply company. Ah, okay. Their kits are dope as well. I've completed the F-bomb and have the Henry the Hedgehog waiting. Oh, that's so cool. That's adorable, actually. Okay, so, oh, that one came out much better. So now we should have enough. But yeah, so this is one bracelet for around the stone, Tara. Not to have completely gotten distracted, but here we are. And then you just join it together into another bracelet for the bail, because, like, I mean, you are nailing the weaving. You've got excellent weaving, so it's just a matter of the structural bit. And now this is, let's see, we've done past where the wires joined. I have a solid 2 inches of weaving here. Beep boop. Hey Meta, how's it going? Tree Frog says, Randy is so nicely accommodating. I have to make my own coffee because I'm alone. Yeah, Randy, I'm not gonna lie, is amazing. um, he's always been very supportive and accommodating. But it's like, I don't want to have to drop the stream or, you know, leave y'all to go make my own cup of coffee. So he plays support roles really, really well. And then he spoils me off camera too. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm spoiled. It's nice, but it's a pumpkin with a belly button. Ooh, yes. Okay. So I'm going to bend this forward just a bit because I want the bail to sit, or I want the pendant to sit flat on whoever's wearing it. So we've got that bent. These 2 long wires are going to be driving me insane, but here we are. And oops, that's not what I was looking for. And that's a little too big. Let's grab... Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to be using this mandrel. You could totally use a knitting needle too, though. And I want to come up and I want to do the bend, I think, right here. So I'm just going to start bending these wires uniformly around. Excellent, and that got us exactly to as far as what I was hoping we would get to. Aw, thanks, Lydia. Nice. Ah, Liz! Says, I took my first wheel throwing pottery class this morning. It was amazing. Ah! That's so exciting, Liz. Oh, well, thank you, Meta. Well, I still have 90 pounds to go, but we're getting there, slow and steady. Okay. So now, how are we going to do this back? Oh, let's see. Because I kind of wanted this to be super sleek and minimal. How did I do this one? Where did all you wires go? Okay. I terminated the 2 in the middle. So I think what I'm going to do is make the back super duper ultra mega pretty. And then we'll go from there. So that was 5. So here's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's do 5 more. So there's 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, and all my wires are tangled. Okay, so we'll just start at the end. It's just like with getting a tangle out of your hair. You don't want to start it by the root. You want to, or untangling yarn or anything, like just start at the end, work your way out. There we go. And now I'm going to snip this because this wire is done for. And then I've cinched down, but I'm going to make just a little spiral to fit in right there. Oh, there's a... Oh, it's okay, Millie. It's just Z barking at the mailman. It's okay. Shh, it's okay, baby. Hey, Millie. Millie. Yeah. I've been working with her, trying to get her to focus whenever she's distracted, because, oh boy, she gets distracted. So I'm so sorry to anybody with headphones, with dogs at home who are now losing their absolute minds. It's just the mailman. Hopefully he brought me all sorts of goodies or something, not just more bills. Oh, beautiful man.
Mailman?
I don't know. I have eyes only for you right now. Thank you. Stop barking at the mailman. Thank you, honey. Cheers, everybody. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, that's good though. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Teresa. We started offering, YouTube has this thing called channel memberships, which some people don't want to join Patreon just because they don't want to go off site. Some people don't want to go through our subscription service because they may or may not want to use PayPal. And oh, it's a bill. Thanks, mailman. And so we offer it through here, and I think it's like, I don't know how much it is. I only work here. But it's a way to, it's just another avenue that people can go through to support the channel if they like. Okay, so I've snipped it to about that length because we can always snip off a little bit more. But I just want to, yeah, you know, that's a really fair point, Rachel. She says, like mama, like puppy. I don't get frustrated with her when she's distracted. I just need to, we both need to work on being focused. So, oh, we've got our nice little spiral. And now we have something that we can shape this wire around. I like that a whole bunch. And now we're going to bring this wire through here. I kind of want to open this up just a smidge, just so that we can get our wire through. Okay. So I'm just whip stitching our wire around in an effort to join these two pieces. There we go. I don't know if you can see because it's blurry, but here we are. Again, that is why we're going, oh, it's $1.99 right on. Well, thank you guys. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on up, baby. You can do it. You're so good. Yeah. There you go. Oh, little Millie. Yeah. Get the back leg. Get the other one. Oh, you do so good. Yeah. Oh, your sleepy little yawn. I love your little booger eyes. I love your floppy ears. I love your nose. You're such a good girl. I love you. Sorry, I need a puppy break, you guys. Okay, so we've done 5. And now I'm going to bring this around. Again, just shaping it a little bit. And, oh, well, thank you, Al. He says you don't have to lose weight. You're cute and cuddly the way you are. And honestly, I'm very happy the way that I am. think I had to actually get to my heaviest weight to just learn how to love myself, because I was in a mental state for a long point in my life where it's like it didn't matter if I was my goal weight, it didn't matter if I had $1 million, though I mean I would have tried it. Like I was just very discontent and unhappy and like just kind of I had some shit to work through, quite frankly. But getting to my heaviest weight, it was I don't know, that's where I was when I learned to love myself. And I want my blood sugar to be under control. I want to get to live a long, healthy, happy life with my loved ones and my friends. And I want to get to meet every single one of y'all. And I figure the best thing I can do for me and anybody that I care about is to try to take real good care of myself. So that's what I'm doing. But no, not to brag, but I'm like, yeah, I'm totally rocking the 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 chunk. Oh, that's good coffee. Cheers, guys. Good drinking temperature too. Huh? Vaughn said a hole. I did. When? Right, Liz? She says the little spiral between the weave is so stinking cute. It belongs on the front of a piece. I feel that as well. Like we're gonna have to figure something out, but I don't know. Like we'll, cause I'm thinking we could string a bead through here and like make it into a necklace and like hide a bead like right in there. Um, is that Oklahoma? Do you mean Rachel? A whole lot. Really? When? Randy, have I just been sitting here saying curse words and not being aware of it? Do what?
A little bit.
Really?
A little bit.
Oh shit, fire. Oh god, there I am again. It's a great idea to have a puppy in Z Cam. It's so relaxing to watch them be puppies. Love watching Randy play tug of war with the pups. Right, J Max? I really enjoyed. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out in the vlog premiere yesterday. But I really enjoyed putting those videos together for y'all. It's kind of like a little home videos for Randy and I. Ooh, hey, menacing muskrat. I love that name. It says hello. Question: have you ever used seashells or other pieces other than beautiful stones? Yes. They are a lot of fun to wrap. What up, baby?
No, the Uggo's gotta get out.
Who?
The Uggo stones.
The Uggo stones. Okay. I've lost count, you guys, of how many coils I've done, so I'm just gonna keep going. Oh no, Michelle, we missed you too. I really think, like, I can never remember if we decide to do it at 4 or at 5. And so I keep changing it every week because I'm like, well, maybe it was this one. No, I think it was that one. Let's try it this way. So I think, are we just gonna do JMax? What bad words? Didn't hear a thing. Eee. Well, I don't have any wrapped on hand, but if you search within our channel, Muskrat, here on YouTube, just wire wrapped seashell, the 2 or 3 maybe that we have should pop up. But I think we're gonna do them at 5 Central Standard Time. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do just a little more. There's one. I'm doing a crossover weave that we're going to be doing a tutorial on. For moving forward for our master classes, I think we're going to start tackling project pieces, because while we were and we may continue building a weave library, like keyring sort of thing, I think it's going to be very helpful to folks to actually make the piece, because that can be just terrifying sometimes. I know it is for me even now, still sometimes terrifying. But that way we can practice different bail styles, we can practice different back joins, just different things like that, that I think will be best learned through practical application. All right, on Muskrat. Woo, drive safe, dancing tree. Okay, So we have that little bit, and I want to do like another little closed loop spiral. Oh, it's gonna have to be bigger than that though. I don't know. I'm gonna leave this one here like that until we get in a little further, and then we'll decide what to do. So, and always, always, always be checking in with our stone. Because we may finish this one into a spiral and join this to this side. Because I kind of want just a little spiral vine down the middle. Okay, so I'm going to uncoil that for just a sec. Or not uncoil, uncurve. I'm going to straighten it out. There we are. 3, 4. And I'm getting the wire around until it's just there on like, if the pendant top is north, I want it lined up with west. There we go. Kind of off to the side. And then I'm going to snip about a 1/2 inch. Man, okay. So I was reading this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, because on just about every finance like YouTube channel or blog or anything that I read, they're like, oh yeah, this book is like the bee's knees. And the first half of the book, I'm not gonna lie, is really good. It's very motivating and very like kind of challenges any preconceived notions you may have about finances and budgeting and stuff. And it's just, I don't know, is nice. Like, I can see why folks recommended it. But then the last half of the book was like sitting in a seminar that was just trying to sell you tickets to future seminars. And I get so agitated and like grumpy whenever, like, it's like, okay, if I show up and I realize you're trying to sell me something, it's like, okay, well, give me the information that was, implied at the beginning of the book of like, how to, how to have a high financial IQ or whatever it was that he kept calling it. But then, like, the last 3 chapters were just buy my next book, go to seminars, and it never actually gave any solid advice. It was just like, yeah, investing in real estate is just like riding a bike. You just have to get through the wobbles. And I'm like, no, no, it's not just like riding a bike. And so, I don't know. So that has me all worked up. But, oh, Lydia, we are definitely having an after party today. Woo! An octo hat. Oh, that's gonna be cute, Tashers. Ooh, J-Max says my yarn is my wire wrapping today. I crocheted 2 witches hats and are working on crocheting a sorting hat from Harry Potter. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so cool. Oh, that'll be neat. Live your best life, healthy as you can. Finished my pumpkin bookmark. Actually, kind of like it. Ooh, yes, definitely hammer. The hammering like stiffens everything up and makes it nice and hold its shape. Okay, so now I'm conflicted. I do think I'm going to continue that coil going all the way around until I really made that a little tight though, didn't I? That's okay, we'll figure it out. Maybe. I was going to try to join it like right there, but man, it's sitting so like perfect and happy next to itself. I kind of want to just leave it. Yeah, we'll just leave it. Sorry, I can hear the ice cream truck in the distance singing the song of my people. Ooh, hey Tammy, says, watching you while I work on hubby's paperwork and tempted by all my stones needing my wire wrapping weaving attention. Thanks for keeping me sane. Anytime, Tammy. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, that's a pretty good way of putting it, Dashers. But no, it's just, I don't know. My brain is hungry, so I'm trying to feed it, but sometimes it's difficult to know what advice is good advice. And I mean, because there's a lot of things that if I tried to tell somebody, which I do in our videos, if you know the exact formula of this is exactly what Randy and I have done on our YouTube channel and with our business and stuff, it just doesn't always play out that way. And it's like even Randy and I have to tweak our own formula, if we can even call it that, just to like stay on our toes and keep things afloat. So it's I'm leery of anyone who's trying to sell get rich quick schemes or yeah, this will totally work for you, blah blah blah, get to 1 million subscribers today. And it's like, okay, whatever. Patty says, are you doing a tutorial on this one? It's so gorgeous and I've been too distracted with day job to watch and learn. Definitely doing a tutorial on it. Good luck to you, Lydia. Okay. So now we can do, I think these wires. Because we could bring some wires around to the front, like these two right here. We can bring that in and around to the front side, and then just pressing our thumb on it to do that little bit of a bend. That's a thing a person can do. But I kind of don't want to cover that wrapping, you know? I don't know. What do you think, Randy? I'm trying something. How did I do this?
What now?
So I was thinking that I could bend these wires around into the front.
Oh, don't do that.
Do you not think so?
No, I think it's fine. Don't punch me.
I'm not punching you. Give me a hug. Punch, punch, punch. No. Give me a shot there.
Oh, my left lung. I think that was good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it covers up too much of the, okie dokie. Oh, sweet little Millie dog. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. So from here, I'm actually going to do a training bend right here. Boop. Like that. Ooh, actually, I'm just going to feed it through that opening. And now we can grab just one wire, and since we did that training bend, we can feed it through. Excellent. And it'll kind of just nestle right where we did that bend. And so feed it through, and excellent. So now there's no little loose ends, and we can snip right there. And now we can come in and kind of wedge those down to be butted like a chainmail ring almost. So that you can't see a loose end through there or through there on the side. Ooh, I like that a bunch. Okay. So now when checking the symmetry of pieces, I try to make sure that their height is the same. Okay. And now I'm going to take this and I'm going to do that training bend just like that. Ooh, tea's really good. Okay, now we'll just come around. where is that one? Just getting a little bit of that bend going. Okay. You okay, baby? What's up, little girl? Oh. Did you wake up a dog? You getting so big for your chair? I don't know what we're gonna do if she outgrows it. But yeah, so just coming in and bending that down. Ice cream truck, y'all. Right. Excellent. So now we only have the 2 wires for securing the back, which I think will be all right. Yes. So I think this one is going to need joined here on the sides. So we'll kind of splay that one out. And that little trick right there, pressing with my thumb, like pushing down here and just pressing in that curve, is probably my favorite technique here lately. And then we can bring these down. You know, I think I'm just going to have them splay out as well. Though we could use some half round wire and join them together. But I feel like I'm having a hard time getting it to be like symmetrical, so let's see. Yeah, let's do the curve towards the inside. Okay, cool. So now we're going to be grabbing our 28 gauge. All of the other weaving that I've done on this was 26 gauge. And using the 28 gauge now is going to let us get that wire in between the previous wrapping on the front. You can do it with the same gauge wire. It's just a little bit, ooh, a drive around coffee truck would be really cool. Ooh, that's good stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to pull off, about half an arm span. It does not take a whole lot of this 28 gauge to do what we're doing today. Ooh, it's all kinked up and weird. Snip that up. What is happening? Right in the middle of the wire. So I'm just gonna, we got 2 wires now because I don't feel like fiddling with it. Okay, so I'm gonna start on this wire and I'm gonna go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A mush. There we go. Shout out to all of our lurkers, by the way. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I don't recall last week. Pretty sure we had an after party last week, didn't we? Yeah, because we started making this pendant last week. Nice, Lydia. Okay, so now we've done those. Oops. Twisted that down. J-Max. Can you see us older generation running after the coffee truck with our credit cards waving in the air? Yeah. Okay, so now from here, we're just going to slip this wire whoop, right through around that outermost wire and keep that curve and around. And then, so there's one. And I'm just going to do two because you don't need a whole lot. You could do three though if you wanted. But I just want to thread this through. And the wire behaves just like a needle and thread might. Oops, I actually got it in between the tip there. Which again, I know that it's blurry. I'm sorry, you guys. We will be doing a tutorial for this. So I'm going to go ahead and do a third one just through onto the other side just to make it look more on purpose. I'll probably never in my life be able to make that stitch again, like that positioning, but it is what it is. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to snip it where the wire is on the back side so that it'll be kind of, if there's any little pokey bit poking up, which there shouldn't be, it will be housed very securely between our weaving and the front of the piece. So now beyond the tip of where those 10 coils are, I'm going to come out 8 millimeters. Oh. I'll catch up later. I'm chilled to the bone, eyes on fire from fever. Oh no. Well, rest well, Penny. We love you and we'll see you later. And now we're just going to make a little spiral. Beep. Just like that. And now we get to do that same exact thing on the other side, using more of that 28 gauge. Go drink some coffee. Right on. Well, as long as you're not denying yourself sleep, because that's, you got to live to craft another day. And sometimes that means not working now so that you can work more later. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is a concept that I personally have a very difficult time with. But it's rest up, take care of yourself. Metronome says sleep is overrated. Oh no. Well, I mean, if you're thriving and not just surviving, but I know that if I don't get a solid 9 hours of beauty sleep, those gremlin is just full on gremlin mode. Okay. So again, I'm looking at where the bottom of this curve is. And I want to make the bottom on this side be on that same level. So, which really helps by keeping our weaving more or less in the same spot on the front side. So now I'm going to come around and stitch through to one side of the uppermost point of that stitch. I'm going to curve this around so our wires are like friends just next to each other. Okay, so there's that. And now we're going to bring this around. through the front. Whoops. Yep. Like a needle and thread, and it just comes and nestles. And then through. Ooh, we can do it. It's okay, Millie. It's just the neighbor's baby. It's okay. Like, Millie's starting to hit that kind of toddler puppy phase where she's not very interested in, she wants to just do chaos endlessly. Oh, Michelle, I'm so glad. I just opened my necklaces and oh my god, I love them, so beautiful. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Give it the old squish and smush. Give it the snip. And now we're going to go about 8 millimeters past where our last coil was. And that's how I remember, like, the sizing. Trying to get stuff is if I do the same number of coils and then rough about the same amount of wire. And then if I am consistent about which part of my pliers I use, then without having to think too much. Because when I get my brain involved, it just complicates things, like, endlessly. So if I can just do it and have it come out nice, that's what I'm shooting for. Okay, so now we have that holding on to the top edges of the stone. There we go. Oh, little Millie. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of a join right there. And then I'm going to have it cut around into a spiral. And I'm going to do that on both sides and have, I don't know, we'll keep going and see what happens. Ah! Hey, Kelly. Oh, Abby says your camera's pixelating. It's kids are getting back from school, and I think we have more people on this our neighborhood's Wi-Fi. So I'm trying real hard to not move the camera around. Fortunately. Oh, Al, my gray hair finally paid off and got senior prize. Oh. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Some mush. But yeah, fortunately with the tutorials, we won't have to worry about the pixelation. Oh, good grief, you weren't kidding. Also, real quick, Q&A time. Do y'all have any questions that you'd like answered? They don't particularly have to be on any particular topic. I just live to be helpful to y'all. If I can be. Okay. So yeah, just bringing that around. And I'm going to do this join here at the next tip. And I'm just going to do it the exact same way we did the other ones. So coming around town, passing that wire through. Penguins, spies in disguise? Possibly. I don't know. Hey, what's up, baby girl? Penguins are definitely spies in disguise, confirmed by Millie the puppy just now. She's very upset that we're talking about it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. God, it's like she falls asleep and just wakes up with bigger feet. It's a bad disguise. They're wearing tuxes. They watch too many James Bond movies. Ooh, Jennifer says, have you tried to use clicker training with Millie? No. I am unreliable. Like, I failed clicker training because I could have the darn thing around my neck and still not be able to find it to use it for clicker training. So I just go, yes. Anytime she does something really good and she's like, oh, heck yeah, I know what that means. So it's so long as a noise happens. So I use a lot of the same concepts, but I just try to be, consistent, which is so hard for me. like, like Millie is so clever and so attentive, but it's my difficulty with being consistent that has posed the biggest issues with training anyone or anything to do anything really, because I send mixed signals. Yes, Patty says, be honest. Dog trainer is 99% owner training. Yeah, and I'm so bad at this. But I don't know. Like I'm doing better. It's a challenge. It is very challenging for me to begin because I just want to love her and squeeze her and give her all the kisses no matter what, anyways, which I do. But I need to help her to be as functional of a dog in this human dog world that we live in as possible. Especially since she has at least some pit bull in her, just on appearance alone. In our town, uh, pit bulls are technically illegal. Um, and so, but whenever we talk to the vet, they're like, it's not a problem until somebody makes it a problem. Like, nobody's dog like bites somebody. They used to have an animal control officer who was like super into like, oh, it's pit bull, you're not allowed those. And it's like, it's not the dog, it's the dog's humans. But anyways, we're not gonna get too much into that right now. Um, but I forget what I was talking about. It's learning their habits and teaching them yours very, very much. But yeah, I want to make sure that she's well socialized, that she's to build that communication. That what I'm using training for currently is to just build communication and awareness between the two of us, as much as possible. They really are, Al. And even after being even after being attacked by dogs, um, I still kind of believe that every dog's a good dog. Just some of them have quirks. And boundaries are always healthy too. Like if you have a dog that's bitey, well, maybe don't let them play in children's parks with no fences, where they can just go and chew on the human puppies. This is one of our glass cabochons. Where'd it go? I lost it again. There it is. Ooh, a boxer mix. We don't know. Some folks had recommended getting like a doggy DNA test. And I was like, maybe. We shall see. The Amazon delivery guy is scared of Tank, and the perolator driver loves him. Isn't that how it goes, though? Sabea said a friend did the yes training, and her dog started thinking yes was their name. Dude, whatever works, though. Right, Kelly? Okay, so now with this right here, I am going to, I've brought that spiral, the two edges of the spirals together, and I'm just going to do, there's one. Yeah, 70 pounds. That's bigger than Sam or Z ever got. That's a big doggy. But yeah, unless the dog's being like overtly aggressive, I'm way more suspicious of little dogs out on the loose than I am of big dogs out on the loose. Okay, so we did those 2 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are any of y'all doing Inktober or anything like that? Say she's a Great Dane and boxer, no one will know. You know that's really good advice. I'll do that. Oh, Kelly says one Halloween a neighbor brought a huge piggy on trick or treat, and I had to love on him. We got some costumes for Millie and Z because last year Sam and Z hunting dogs were, Sam, Z, where are you? Come here, boys, and they'd be like right there, and they would get so excited, like. I was thinking one of them, we don't know who's going to be who yet, but we have a bumblebee outfit and we have a dinosaur outfit. And Millie loves attacking the dinosaur outfit. Like, she's gonna kill it. And so I don't know if we'll have better luck putting it on her and she'll be a Millie Saur, and Z will be a Bumblebee, or if we have Z be a Zeosaur and she's a Millie Bee. So I just don't know. So we'll see. Hey Linda, how's it going? Oh wow. 82 pounds. That's a solid dog. That sounds like it'd be a beautiful dog too, Rain. Ah! Oh, I'll have to go and check that out in the brink. Oh goodness. Well, get to feeling better, Laura. Okay. So we did those 10 stitches or so. And we're gonna snip it. And we're gonna smush it. Smush it good. Do 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 do. Huh. That is odd, what you know. My Bentley's a hot dog every year because he's a mini dash, and well, you kind of have to at that point. Okay, and I'm just laying down some wire. Wow, Tank's adult weight will be 120 to 150 pounds. That's a solid amount of dog. There we go. Okay. Ooh, I'm not going to spill my coffee if I can help it. Pro tip time. If I can get it out of the dangle. Give me my tools, you blasted drawer. I know I have stuff in front of me. There we go. Okay, so I want this spiral to be nice and flat, but I'm not in a position to hammer it. So I'm just using the flat end of my larger mandrel to use the tip, just the tip, to kind of just press those spirals to where they're nice and flat. So now we're going to try sliding our stone in. Yo, I'm loving how the back is looking on this. Okay. So, oh, it's going to be a butt. Do what, honey?
No idea what it looks like.
What? Oh, because it's so pixelated?
Yeah.
Well, it's a pixelated butt is what's going to happen. And I love it.
Make it a butt, the internet wouldn't have to censor it.
That's fair, honey. I hadn't thought of that. I'm sorry. Because I'm going to do the spiral on the other side where it's coming in. So this one's going to have some little cheeks, but that's okay. And I think I'm going to need a longer bit of wire. I'm so sorry this is all pixelated, you guys. But hopefully you're still enjoying the company. Okay, so snipping another maybe 8 inches of 28 gauge wire. Not sure if I mentioned, I got to teach the herringbone wrap to a fellow jewelry maker from learning it from your videos. It was nice as she was struggling and told me I made it simple. Oh, that's awesome, Witchin' Gnome. Eve says my Bentley is a lab puppy. He hasn't said what he wants to be for Halloween. Labs are so cute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wraps around the core wire. Homemade latte. Oh, that sounds good, Kathy. Named Kathy in the Lowe's, and she keeps bees and paints beautiful dragon eyes. And I need to hang out with her sometime. I think that'd be cool. Okay. So now these two wires are kind of pinched pretty close to each other, but with that 28 gauge, we're still able to just whoop, slip right on through. Oh no! Gotta make sure to go around our wire though. So just slipping, I said just slipping that through. Nope, that's the wrong side. And then going ahead and putting a curve in that wire so that they sit next to each other. Well, it is the back side of the piece, so a butt is appropriate. That's fair, Deborah. Linda says, I'm good, Yvonne. I have 2 black labs and Rottweiler mix. 85 plus pounds are going to be dinosaurs, and my granddaughters are cave ladies. Oh my gosh, that's amazing! I love that. Okay. So now I'm coming through, just coming between those 2 wires. That happened like just an accident for the first one, but I'm loving how it's making everything look very like, I don't know, maybe on purpose. Do 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 do. Okay, so now we're gonna do 10. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Give it the old squish and smoosh. So I'm actually just bringing it around, and then I'm going to trim it just a little beyond. Oops. And then we're going to smush that down. Excellent. And now, do you see the butt? The little cheeks. Okay. So am I going to have to worry about... Yeah, we're going to have to attach the butt to the bottom somehow. Okay. So instead of attaching this one to the center part there, but actually, we can join it to both. I'm going to need even more wire. That's okay. Thanks, Lydia. Okay. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. By having simple if-then statements for wire wrapping, so it's like helps me to be consistent without having to think about it too much. So it's like if I start a new coiling wire, I go 10 wraps. Then for that whole piece, that's going to help that segment to be consistent. Because now, without having to think about, oh, did I make this match or did I make this other thing match, we can come through, and on all of our little joins, we're just going to have a little, 10, kind of the same length of coils. And I'm hoping that that will be a good thing. So now we're just going to come through there. So I don't know if stuff like that is helpful to y'all, but I think whenever I'm teaching, it helps some beginners to just be like, because the rules are made up, truly, and you can vary from them as much as you like, but sometimes it's nice to have some rules to rebel against. I did not, Lydia. The tutorial for this ring will be this coming Thursday. Like, it's our next tutorial. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, oops, 8, 9, and 10. Smush. So I'm going to push that just a bit, and I want to bring this around, and we're just going to thread through, I guess, just the once. I'm going to have to put a little bit of a hook in the tip of our wire so that when it comes through, we can maybe, no, it doesn't want to do that. Well, I can always come in through the front, I guess. Yeah, I really don't want to do that, though. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just pressing with my fingernail to just slide it. There we go. And now I'm going to pull it through. But we're going to want to make sure that we don't make a little kink in the wire there. There we go. So there's one. And now we get to do that again. And pretend like it was easy. Actually, oh my god, it was easy that time. What? How did that even happen? Okay, I'm not going to argue with it. I am not going to, I will take it. Hey, Nicole says, hello. Is this going to be your new craft a long time? I do think so. We're going to be streaming from 2 till 4. And then I'm going to take an hour break so I can get fed and rehydrate and stuff like that. And then we will start streaming for the after party from 5 until 7 or possibly later. It really depends. So I'm trying to think of how to join the butt to the rest of the pendant. Snip. The last thing you want is to have to pop out your butt. Right? All right, I'm Lydia. Well, yeah, I'm really hoping that this ring tutorial will be helpful to folks. Okay, just getting in there, tightening that down. Very cool. I mean, honestly, I mean, I am trying. Yeah, there is risk that you could have a cabochon fall out of your butt, and that's just not something I want to keep as an option for this pendant. Um, so I'm going to shape that bottom around just a little bit more. And then we can grab onto our wire and maybe cinch it around a bit, but I really don't want to risk messing things up. Okay, so that distorted things just a little bit for me to try to force the cab out. Which is, I'm not going to lie, a really good sign, because we're easy without any distortion to force the cab out. Because honestly, this is probably fine. Nobody's going to be pushing on the cab so much. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bead and a little bit of wire. It's alright being itty bitty. And I'm going to split this just a bit, just enough that I can get the 28 gauge wire through. There we are. And I'm going to get it to the halfway point so that it's just sitting so blurry. Right on, Nicole. Well, I appreciate you joining us. What are you all up to today? Ooh, it does look like it. And then I'm going to thread both of these. And you could use a gemstone bead, you could use a metal bead, anything like that. I just wanted something. Oh, I need a bigger bead than that. Well, I don't want it to be all pokey outy and weird. Yeah, you could use like seed beads, just whatever you have. And then I'm splitting one wire off in each direction. So there's one. And I'm using my bent nose pliers here to kind of sew around. Two. There we go. 4. And same. Ah, right on, Lydia. We're drinking the same coffee. So there's 5. So let's go ahead and stick with the formula. We're finishing a wire, so we're going to do it 10 times. There's 6, if I have enough wire. 7. Yeah, we're just going to be doing 7. That is not quite enough wire to do much of anything else with. Which, that's not bad for the scrap. From that section, at least. Okay. So now, just feeding that wire through. We're going to do that same thing on the other side. So there's 1. And 2. And 3. Okay. Yeah, see how that's kind of just joining like a, Babe, what's that thing from Back to the Future? Flux capacitor. Because everybody school program presentation yesterday. Ooh, they get up at 4 a.m. and drive 3 hours. Okay, let's do one more because I've lost count, and why not? Okay. Thanks, Al. There they are. Okay, and I'm snipping just a little further beyond what we need so that I've got room to smush it. Smush it. Awesome. Okay, and that is a wire wrapped pendant. So we can turn the stone a little bit. If you want it tighter, just smush, 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 smush. Yep, I'm pretty pleased with that. The back's not, I mean, perfect, but I love it. So doesn't that mean it's perfect? And it certainly is holding the stone in. And now whenever we thread, I'm just going to use some scrap wire to do this, just to test out the concept. But if we were to thread this onto a necklace, that little snoring dog. I'm going to kind of try to encourage this bead, and that's not going to work. There's no amount of encouraging. Okay. Popping that bead back out. So yeah, if we went ahead and beaded this onto a necklace through the front here, pull on both of those wires, whoop, sitting there in the middle. Either hidden, or we could do like a briolet or something there in the front. I don't know. Lots of options. And now that bead's stuck. Okay, I will be right back, you guys. And then we are gonna, this bead is stuck. Crap. There we go, out through the front where it came. I will be right back. I'm gonna set this right here. I'll be right back. All right. Oh, sweet nose. I give you some kisses because you're a good girl. Oh, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Yeah. Yes, you are. Oh. Kisses for the owls. Okay. Alrighty. So let me grab this. Let me come over here. All drying, but you can get an idea of how this is looking. So a little bit of the purple is showing through, but this blue is so cool, you guys. So we're going to be doing a little bit more painting on this shelf. Oh no, I left my paintbrush in the water. Oh, Vaughn, you know better. I love this paintbrush too. I hope that didn't mess it up. Okay. But yeah, that's how that's looking. And so this is going to need, we can actually try blotting it. Oh, it's all gooey. Yeah, that's okay. Alrighty, guys. So do y'all have any questions before we go? Because we are... we're going to be an hour, and then we're going to do the after party. So if you're a channel member, keep an eye out for YouTube notifications, because we're going to post the link to the video here on YouTube for our channel members. We're also going to be posting it to Patreon for all of our Patreon supporters, to the members only stream page on our website if you prefer to go there, though also to the check your email, because we're going to be sending it out in our club newsletter for the email as well. And also keep your eye out for the 20% off coupon to our shop, where we do have some jewelry. And hey babe, do we have any ammonites left?
Yeah, I believe so.
And some ammonites, which we might wire wrap an ammonite in the after party. What do you like? I don't know. I don't want to make any promises, but that'd be cool. So yeah, I'd really like, because I've got these two little ammonites that I kind of want to turn into earrings, but I'm also still very, very bad at, I was going to try to solder them, but I'm thinking maybe I'll just electroform them. I don't know. So if you guys want to come and hang out, the after party would be the place to do that, and we are doing that from 5 until 7 Central Standard Time. Oh, hey, Jess. So I finally got the cat to live. Oh my gosh, this is so far behind on comments. That was from back when we were talking about real estate with Badgers. Okay. Motion sickness. My bad. Yeah, the pixelation is powerful today. Coupon. What size wire were you weaving with? I was weaving with an 18 gauge core wire and a 26 gauge and 28 gauge weaving wire, primarily 26 gauge. I just only used the 28 gauge for joining the back on. Alrighty, guys. Cute or cute-delicious? Both, Kelly. But thank you guys really for coming and hanging out. I've had a really good time, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the after party. And then after that, we'll see you guys in Monday's shop update video. So until next time, you guys, happy crafting. Bye. Ooh.